So the other day I did a video about the drum mag for the MWS, which was the GK Tactical drum mag. And this was actually part of a bigger, much bigger package of airsoft bits that I got in like a bundle deal. So I've got the drum mag, I got a Mark 18 MWS, which we're going to look at in just a moment, a TK45 from KWA, an absolute ton of mags and accessories for both. But today we're going to be looking at, yes, another MWS I've added to my collection, which is the Mark 18. So let me go grab the box and we'll get this thing out. It might be difficult to film here, but you know, if you've seen any reviews on this gun, you'll know what the box looks like. We're not interested in that anyway. This MWS is brand spanking new. We have another MWS speed loader there. It's always good to have a spare. Got a magazine in the box with the rifle. Let's take the rifle out here. So with the Mark 18 stuff that I got, you've obviously got the Mark 18. It comes with a mag in the box. I got the GK Tactical drum mag. It actually came with a Geisley style charging handle fitted, but I've removed that because I'm going to use that on one of my Geisley builds. There's a GMP buffer here, and then we managed to get not one but 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 magazines. Now we already have 6 of these MWS magazines, so I'm going to take another 3 and put them in the box as spares. I also have the Guns Modified P mags, which I've got 6 of those as well, which I normally use, but it's always good to have a load of MWS mags. Just if you're doing a weekend event, sometimes it's good to just come and swap your mags out and have to load them up. So there's 4 magazines here that are probably going to go spare, so these might end up go up in the Discord groups or on one of the sales pages or something. They're all brand new, pre-modded, because I modded them for the person who I had this off. So 4 mags spare that I'm not going to use there. Obviously the drum mag as well, which I'll do a couple of videos on this, and I'll probably keep it because it's quite nifty. Nice little thing there. I also in the trade got, well, in the bundle, got a KWA TK45 with I think like 8 or 9 magazines, a Vortex red dot, which I happened to put on my KOF QRF Mod 1. I also got a Maul C1 Plus laser, and the Vortex is the Crossfire. Let me know if you want me to do a video on this thing, because it is very unique. So I'll be doing a video on the TK45 because we're going to do a project out of that as well. But this video is about the Mark 18. This is a brand new rifle. I know that the friend of mine only used this in one game, and for that one game he didn't actually use it very much at all. And it was a weekend event where not much shooting happens at all. So this gun is practically brand new. Does have a Surefire style flash hider on there, which I don't think they come with those in the box, of course. But you know, the reason for this video is, what are we going to do with this rifle? Are we going to leave it as a Mark 18? I thought about doing like a DevGru style build, as you see them. As I'm sure many of you out there will know what units use the Mark 18, so you could put like a nice little Surefire can, and like maybe like a PEC 15, because I do have one of those, and like another EOTech. I think I do want to swap out the parts for real Magpul parts, so I'll probably try and get I think I could get the CTR Magpul stock from Brownells. I think they have that in stock, but they don't have the K2 Plus grips, which is the grip that I like. The grip that I have on my small Mark IV build, so it's a much more vertical style grip compared to the MOE style grip, but the K2 Plus has a rubber texture to it, so it's very grippy. So this is going to be the first MWS that I do sort of like a tan style build with. I I don't think I'll use this at all because I don't really see a need for it. I've never had an issue with the standard buffers or the buffer tube springs. I always tend to leave all that pretty much stock. What I will do, however, you'll see here is my grey Geisley DMR build. And this was built on an MTR 16. And at the time when I built this, I couldn't actually get one of those charging handles. So I took the normal MTR 16 charging handle and I just coated the handle in this Magpul Stealth Grey, I think it was, to match. The trigger set I have in here is a Guns Modified trigger set. And you'll see that it is vastly superior to the standard set, which can be quite mushy and difficult to yeah, see, it doesn't break straight away. You get like this mushy step and then it breaks, and then the resets on them as well. There's not really much of an audible click, so like that, it's very positive, and then the break's right there. I have bought a Guns Modify adjustable sear, so we'll probably pop that in there and see if that works. But because I wanted one of these for the Geisley build, what I will do, of course, got Geisley things on there. This is finished in blackout. I like to finish the bolts in blackout because it does look a lot more realistic in my opinion. So that Geisley handle can go on there. You'll notice I'm using the Guns Modify complete internal set, but I'm having to use the standard hammer because I could not get the Guns Modify hammer to work at all. So I think you'll agree that now suits this Geisley build very well indeed. Again, K2 plus grip, best grip I've come across. I also like the Hogues, but Magpul just seem to be a tried and tested, never have an issue with it. And you can also get all their furniture, again, another real CTR mil-spec stock. It all matches and goes with the build. So yeah, this is going to be a new build setup. I actually do already have a MOE, like a tan MOE. I think this is a real one. Trigger guard. So I got this in a trade a while back, so that's something I can put on there, and we'll match that up with the other Magpul parts. But let you know down in the comments below what you think we should do with this. Should I go for like a Mark 18 Mod 10? I'm not really up to date with all the names, if I'm honest with you. We could go and get the newer Mark 18 style rail and put that on there. I'm not really a fan of this grey colour, so perhaps we'll, put a coating on there as well. Perhaps we'll do it completely FDE because I do have the FDE colour. But I do want to swap this stock. I'm not a fan of these. I want to swap the grip. Trigger guard's already there. I've got plenty of mags to throw through this thing. We're definitely going to need a can of some description. I don't know where my CGS is. So we could use a CGS style suppressor here because I do have one in this sort of tannish grey colour. But this suppressor is for my MTW build, so I do need to Loctite this cap on because it's always coming loose. So we could use, it's a bit long. Yeah, I think I'm going to go for like a Surefire style suppressor with this build. We'll of course upgrade the hop and barrel because I do that in all of them. The lilac stuff is pretty good to use, as well as the 9-ball rubber seem to work really well in this thing as well. But I do have I'm sure I bought a Flamingo hot rubber, so perhaps we'll try the Flamingo in there. A buddy of mine did try a Flamingo and he said he was having a couple of issues with it, so we'll report back when that's more up to date. But yeah, what do you think? Should we go full FDE and just FDE this whole thing out in Cerakote to match? I don't have any tan guns, so that would be a different thing to do. Let me know in the comments below, but I'll cover the TK45, which we're going to do something with as well. And we're also going to do a video on the Guns Modified PMags and how to service those, because they are a bit of a pain. So yeah, new gun, new day, another MWS. I think, how many is this now? 4, maybe 5. Kind of getting out of control a little bit, but yeah, see you in the next video.